If you live or work in the Terre Haute area, you may drive past the Vigo County Courthouse every day.
But what most don't know is the history within the building. So a local group took a look inside the stories that go beyond the average court dealings.
That the building originally had 4 stairwells. Many of you remember that, many of you have seen the pictures. Those stairwells then were taken out to accommodate as the city grew.
That is Linda Jeffries leading the tour group. Who better to tell the history of the courthouse than someone who has worked there for more than 20 years?
They needed someone else, and because I love history and just understood how the records work, got into the history, began digging out things for genealogists, I began to follow the tours, and then when that person no longer did the tours, then I took over.
More than 150 years of history in one building, starting from the outside, like when John F. Kennedy came through Terre Haute in the early 1960s.
And we were lucky enough to meet someone during the tour who remembers the day JFK was at the courthouse.
He was just in the crowd, you know, it was like he was the only one there. As a young girl, it was just like, wow, you know. I had that little teeny tiny piece of history, and I'm so happy that, you know, I was there.
And on the inside, there are stories of horrific events, like the death of a Terre Haute police officer in the early 1900s.
But also stories of progress, and as Linda puts it, the courthouse is the lifeblood of Vigo County.
This courthouse has emotions. If you could test the emotions of this wall. This building has genealogical history that goes back to 1884. It's just a building full of emotions. It's not just walls and marble.
Now, let's be completely honest here. There was no way we could fit all of that history discussed that night, considering the tour was over an hour long.
Yeah, so what you are going to have to do is check out this story over on WTHI-TV.com. We have included more historical facts about the courthouse, tons of old photos, and even some folklore stories heard throughout the years.
In that story, you can also find information on the Vigo County Historical Society.
And information for the next meeting with the Time Travelers Club.